Okay, so the highlight of my week, we were at a VBS and there's this little boy there and he happened to be mute and he happened to have like a cleft foot kind of, so he couldn't really walk well. And so I walked over to him with a silly band and a dum-dum in my hand and I gave it to him. And so we had to have a translator to translate because he didn't speak Spanish, he spoke the other native language. And so I was telling Thomas, who then told this other guy, who then told the boy, and we started talking and finally I asked him to tell the little boy that Jesus loves you. And as soon as this guy started to tell the little boy Jesus loves you, I began to sob. It was one of those moments that God was just there. And what he told me in that moment was, I love this little boy. Somebody who everybody else sees as worthless and not valuable and never is going to be anything all his life. God was screaming it to me, I love this little boy.
So we start to see the world the way Christ sees it. Now our heart starts to change and it helps us impact our local community, our schools, our businesses, our work a little bit different for the cause of Christ.
This trip helped me see how good we have it. I mean, the adults in Guatemala only make $4 a day, and that's what they pretty much live off of. Yeah, whatever.
So when we got there, it was kind of cool to see all the kids remember us from our last trip.
God told me to help build greenhouses and plant seeds and help with the kids and stuff like that.
From our April trip, we were able to share Christ with a young girl in the school. And through conversations that several of us had with her, that very day she said yes to Jesus. So here we come 3 months later, back to that same school, back to that same area. We see her again. Her name is Rosemary. And we talk to Rosemary, and Rosemary actually goes with us to minister in the school a little bit later that week for the cause of Christ. How beautiful that is. She said in April that she wanted to be a missionary. And here we are in July. We're able to take her and start training her on what it means to be a missionary in her own hometown. Absolutely beautiful.
I was giving each of them hugs, and then they kept coming back for more hugs, and I gave each kid like 10 hugs, I promise.
But it is so true. You see different cultures, you see different people, you see how people live. They have hard lives. We have such easy lives compared to there, but they have such hard lives, but still these people cling to God because sometimes that's all that they have.
I guess I like seeing the smile on the kids' faces, because a lot of times they didn't smile. They just gave me that look, especially the adults. But then when we would give them stuff or even like give them high fives and stuff, their face would just light up.
We went to places in the world, quite literally, that if we had to get there again on our own, we couldn't have done it. It was truly God orchestrating our steps. We went to parts of Guatemala that literally had never seen outsiders. Not just people from the United States. They had never seen visitors coming to their area.
My desire for new stuff isn't as great because I know that I have all that I need.
The purpose behind going on a mission trip is to take the scales and help them fall off of our eyes.
If you are feeling led by God to step out in faith, don't worry about all the other things because God will provide.
So yeah, I almost died in Guatemala. It was kind of a freak accident. I haven't had something like that happen since I was probably like 10, and I was most worried about telling my mom because I knew she'd probably freak out. I mean, your child's in another country, having an asthma attack, not good. And so I got a text from my mom saying that hundreds of people are praying for you, and I'm like, hundreds? So I look on Facebook, I'm sitting in Wendy's and I'm looking on Facebook and I keep scrolling through comments and I'm sitting there literally sobbing. It's like making my asthma worse, but I'm just like completely blown away. And that was another God speaking to me moment going, you think you're not loved, you are loved. Imagine this love you're feeling from these people times 1,000,000,000, and that's my love for you. And so I definitely think the point of that was not only to get to me, but to show people that prayer works. So for everybody, like the hundreds of you who prayed, thank you so much. It meant the world to me. And like 9 people shared it, and I was just like, what? And people I didn't even know were like, I prayed for you. It was incredible, so thank you.